every configuration you skip in the first 30 minutes of OneSuite becomes a correction you make 3 months later on a live client account. This module is the 30 minutes you won't regret. Business settings panel, currency, time zone, logo all configured. A custom role being created with specific module permissions. Part A, Module 2. Affiliate link is in the description. You will get a 20% coupon code in the description as well. And if you use the coupon code, you will get a 20% off on the existing price for all the BestInWP viewers. Let's set up OneSuite properly. Let's go to Start Free Trial. Let's sign up using Google. So they're asking for the business name. This becomes the default subdomain. Example, your agency.onesuite.io. It can be changed to a custom domain later. So let's say it jam. What industry you are in. You can just select the industry you are working in. Mine is marketing and creative. What describes your best in marketing and creative? Marketing, social media agency. Let's say social media agency at this business. Your new business is created. So these are the pricings. Freelancer $29 per month, growing $59 per month, and agency $149 per month. And if you buy the annual plan, then you will get 2 months free. And if you use the coupon code that's in the description, you will get 20% off on any plan that you're gonna purchase. Here's the thing, book a call to get a free trial. It will redirect you to Calendly. And as you can see, the call will be directly with Syed Rizwanul Haq, the CEO. So you can choose your time and set that, and you can join in the call for the 14 days free trial. One more thing, no credit card is required for the 14 days free trial. OneSuite, when you will be accepted for the free trials, OneSuite's onboarding wizards asks for a few setup questions. Business type, whether you are an agency, freelancer, consulting or other. The primary use case, whether you use it for project management, client billing, CRM, or all of the above, and the team size you have. You can complete this honestly or skip it. It affects which templates and quick start suggestions OneSuite shows you, nothing else. The settings underneath are always available regardless of what you choose here. So as I already have a business account with OneSuite, so let's go to my account and let's see how it works. This is the business account I have, BestInWP. Now, let me tell you something. Business settings is where your agency's identity lives inside OneSuite. Every invoice, every client portal, every document will reflect what you configure here. So let's go to the settings panel first. If we go to the settings panel from here, and then workspace, general, as you can see, this is the business name we have, and you can upload the profile picture, which is the business logo, upload in PNG, because this will show on all the invoices, the client portal header and email templates. Then the business email, the business phone and website, the business website link, the business phone, select the time zone, select the currency. The currency is in which currency you want to invoice your clients, and the business address, and then update the business. Now time zone is critical, because set this correct, because task due dates, meeting scheduling and timesheet entries all run on this time zone. Default currency affects all invoices. OneSuite supports multi-currency. You set the default here and you can override per invoice later. Setting the wrong time zone in business software is the slowest acting error available to you. Nothing breaks immediately. Everything is just slightly wrong in a way that compounds quietly for months until someone notices that every due date on every project is off by 5.5 hours and you have to work out when exactly that happened. Now let's go to team setup. As you can see, I have already added myself as a team member. So let's add another one, invite. You need to give the email address. Then you can select the role as admin, who can access everything, or manager. Manager can access to everything except business settings and billings. Member, team member can access to projects assigned to them and other team members only. Sales team can access to CRM, client, document, team, project, support and dashboard. So let's make it manager. Select the department. You can select the department engineering, design, digital marketing. Let's set this to digital marketing, and you can just add any messages if you want your team member to see then send the invitation. So the invitation is sent. Let's go and check. Here you see BestInWP, welcome to the team, and it came from no reply OneSuite.io. Join BestInWP. See, accept invitation. So this is exactly what a team member can see in their dashboard. The tasks, their timesheet, project, CRM, email, contracts, clients, invoices. And let's go to settings, team. Voila. And as you can see, Nasik Manor is already in the team. So this is how it works. So understanding the roles. OneSuite ships with 4 default roles. Admin, which is full access to everything including billing and settings. Manager, we can manage projects. One more thing, you can create custom roles as well, and that is included in all the plans they have. And creating custom roles let you define exactly which modules a team member can access. For a WordPress agency, useful custom roles include developer, who can access projects, no CRM or billing visibility, or client success, who can access CRM, client portal, and project read-only access, no billing, or a contractor or freelancer, only the projects explicitly assigned to them. And the permission granularity is sufficient for most agency structures. You cannot control permissions at the individual project level on standard plans. If a team member has project access, they see all projects unless you specifically set their visibility to assigned only. Let's go to billing and payments. As you can see, I have the freelancer lifetime plan, and I can add add-on. If I click on add-ons, you can see there are multiple add-ons, which is email inbox, white label, and additional team members. Per $7 for each team member, and white label is $29 monthly. If you were confused, then you can just book a demo with their experts, with OneSuite experts, before buying any add-on. And this is how it works. Let's go to payment. Now here it is. They have Stripe, PayPal, QuickPay, Cheap, HitPay, and RazorPay. These 6 payment gateways are already integrated with OneSuite. What I recommend is connect at least one payment processor before sending any invoices. Once connected, invoices you send will include a direct payment link that takes clients to a branded payment page. No separate tool, no copy pasting bank details, no chasing payments. Let's set Stripe. Let's go to Stripe.com. If we go to Stripe, this is a Stripe sandbox account. So this is the API key. We can just copy the key, paste it here, and click save. You see, successfully saved the payment system. So Stripe is already connected, and you can connect as many payment gateways as you want to. Now the tax settings. Let's set the tax right now. Let's exit settings. You can set a default tax rate that pre-populates on every new invoice. Overwrite it per invoice for clients in different tax jurisdictions. Go to invoices, customize, tax, add new. Tax type, let's say flat, create. You can add like 20%. That's it. So you have a flat tax rate of 20% on every invoices that will be automatically generated. And if you want to create any custom tax rate, then you can do per invoice. You don't need to add any percentage here. You can just add 20 for 20% or 10 for 10%, and it will be automatically converted into percentage when applied on the invoices. So this is all for module 2. Module 3 covers the dashboard, the customizable version 2 home screen that replaced OneSuite's original dashboard in the August 2025 update. It's the screen you will look at most often, and the widget system makes it worth spending time on. Let's talk about the OneSuite dashboard. Before telling you so, the link is in the description, and if you gonna go through my affiliate link and use the coupon code that's in the description, you will get a 20% off on all the existing plan. Now, most dashboards show you what happened yesterday. OneSuite's dashboard version 2 is designed to show you what needs attention right now. Overdue tasks, upcoming deadlines, outstanding invoices, your most active clients all in one screen. You can actually customize to show what matters for your business. Now, the version 2 dashboard shipped in August 2025 and was rebuilt from scratch. It replaced the original static dashboard with a fully widget-based customizable layout. So this is what the dashboard looks like when you create your account and you come to the dashboard. This is the overview, recently completed, my task, overview task, counts and age, upcoming deadlines. These are all widgets. Let me go through all the widgets. Overdue tasks is tasks past their due date across all projects. Projects with upcoming deadlines is projects whose end date is approaching. Pending proposals is documents awaiting client signature. Contracts is contracts in various states. Outstanding invoices is invoices sent but not yet paid. Top projects and clients by revenue is which clients and projects are generating the most revenue for your agency. Most active projects is projects with the most recent task activity. Let me walk you through the dashboard here. As you can see, these are all widgets, and all these widgets are actually, you can just drag and drop depending on which widgets you want in a synchronizing way. Like if you want the most active projects here, then you can just do that. And there's the customize button. If you can go there, then you can see all the widgets there which are not here yet. So top projects by revenue, top clients by revenue, pipeline overview. Let's say you want to add pipeline overview, you just can drag and drop it here, or you just can click the add button. Let's go here. You can see the pipeline overview is here, right? These are all the demo data, but when you have the actual data, it shows exactly like this. Recently completed looks like this, overview looks like this, and you can send an invoice from the overview. You can see the clients, projects, conversions. From recently completed, you can see the view your projects, which can take you to the project, to all the projects you have, then the task, most active projects, and if you want to create a project here, you can just create it from there. So that's it. Now, as I said, that widgets can be dragged into any order. I put overview and then recently completed and then my task and my most active project. But if you want upcoming deadlines, like above all the information, if it's more important for you, then you can just do that by dragging this, and you can customize it as like full size. If you want a full size widget, then you can just do that from here. And if you want the half size, then you can do that too, and it's gonna refresh. This is the refresh button. If you want, then if you click, then it's gonna refresh with the most updated information. Not every widget is relevant for every business. A freelancer with no team doesn't need the most active projects widget, right? Like this, the most active projects widget, he might not gonna need that. So it's just a noise for a solo freelancer. A solo operator who manages cash carefully wants outstanding invoices front and center. Hide what doesn't apply, surface what does. And if you don't want any widget, you can just remove the widget from here, like overdue task, counts and age. Let's remove it, and whenever you remove it, it's not actually deleted. You can go to the customize option and you can always see the widgets here as well. And if you want to add it later on or anytime after that, you can just add it from here. This is so simple. So a dashboard that shows you everything is functionally a dashboard that shows you nothing. The value of a configurable dashboard is not that it can show you more, it's that it can show you only what you actually use to make decisions. So here's how I use the dashboard as a starting point for daily operations, and how I would recommend using it for a WordPress agency specifically. The morning check should take like 5 minutes, which is overview tasks, outstanding invoices. You can see the overview tasks, like what you need to do today, and the outstanding invoices that note any invoices that are significantly overdue and should trigger a follow-up. Pending proposals that you need to check if any proposals have been sitting unsigned for more than 5 business days, those need a follow-up, right? When you have an overdue task from the widget, you can just weekly check that on Monday or any day that you want to, and the projects with upcoming deadlines that you need to review what's due in the next 7 days to prioritize your work. And top projects and clients by revenue will make you understand where the month's revenue is concentrated, and most active projects confirms you that the most active projects are the right ones to be most active. Now this is all about the dashboard, and the next module will be about clients and leads and how to create them and manage them. So see you in the next module.